Oh boy, he's back. All right. All right, come on. You can just. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's X. We're back today with a brand new video, and today we're gonna go over the news that dropped. What day is it? Oh, the 10th. Okay, so it dropped yesterday, but I'm now finally getting around to kind of talking about it because this is kind of very important, a pretty interesting thing here. As of right now, we don't know what exactly it is, but right now we know that this is a brand new Chronojet Stride deck set, and it is a Vanguard overdress product, as in like it is a D series based product, meaning that assumedly this will be legal in D series. So first off, this got announced completely out of nowhere. They kind of hit the, hey, we got more like more like information of like upcoming like set news, and they just dropped this on us. And it's gonna be around in Japan in November 11th. We don't know when we're gonna get it in English, probably somewhere around January, because set 7 is gonna be in January, so this is gonna be like, in December, so this is gonna be January. So this is effectively what we got. I think I am on the right setting for my mic, so I hope I don't like have to restart this. I'm not gonna edit this, but anyway, let's kind of talk about it here. So, assumingly, what I'm assuming is this is an encounter. This is going to be a Chronojet encounter with a ride line and whatnot, and it's going to be very similar to like the other encounter cards. I know people have been kind of like upset with the encounters, because it's like, man, I thought we were done with the nostalgia. Could we like get some time there? And like, I understand. Still was not really a fan of it. Understood for the 10th anniversary for set 5, why that set had encounters. That makes perfect sense. I'm fine with that. And then the weird thing is, like, all of a sudden it felt like some weird hypocritical stuff that all of a sudden now here we go. Here's a Chronojet Stride deck set, and everyone's like, oh my god, I love Chronojet. I can't wait for it to come back standard. When y'all were literally just dissing like MLB, PBO, the end for like 10,000 years, and now all of a sudden here we go. Here's Chronojet, and y'all start foaming at the mouth. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop right now, because I'm gonna tell you right now. I am a Gear Chronicle. I am a Gear Chronicle main. I am not a Chronojet fan. The only Chronojet I actually like, which, here, I'll show you. This is the only Chronojet I like. This one right here. If you can see it right now, Chronojet Dragon Z. This is the only Chronojet I actually care about. Outside of that, I have never been a fan of Jet, because in the past, every time he got support, by the way, that's my Jet case, I'll show it to you later. Every time he got support, it always like warped the entire clan just purely around him, which understandable, is like he's the first boss, but more so like every other boss that came out after him was always got, I was either trash or got very little support to really matter. Prime example, Fang. Fang is a grade 3 boss that I really enjoyed, but his support never really like got itself together until it was far too late to do anything. So that's why it just kind of sucked, right? And this is a new clan, you want to have multiple builds. But that's in the past, and I still have that resentment for Jet, especially in B. That's a whole different story. But when we get to talking about this here, this is, I don't know if I actually like the idea of making another encounter thing. Now, they never said they were going to do one a year, they just said they're going to do it sparingly. So if this is the other encounter for a while, at least till like halfway through next year, I'm fine with that. So I'm going to put my bias aside, and we're going to actually talk about the actual set, what it could be, and what it could mean on this thing. So first, let's kind of get to what it could be. In all honesty, we all kind of know it's going to be probably a ride line with Chronojet in it, and then probably some reprints and stuff to sell things. So I'm assuming what this is well, there's really 3 ways you can go about it, and I'm going to talk about those. So first off, what it probably is going to be very much like a trial deck for a Chronojet encounter, in which you kind of more like a premium like trial deck, very similar to like the Valiant Sanctuary or like the Sanctuary Guard Dragon 1 and V. More so like a mix between that and the new trial decks for Leonorn, Youthbelk, and Dredrewald in D. Very similar to those, which is like you get a trial deck, you get some new cards, you know, some encounters, some retrains of old familiar cards, some reprints of critical cards, because I remember Kidane always said he wanted to find ways to get people into Vanguard as easy as possible, which also will go into a later theory I have about this, and we'll talk about it then. So with that in mind, I fully expect that to just be like the base of it, and if that was all, I'd say it. But the fact that it's called Stride deck set makes me think something else. And you know, I'm gonna say right now, at this point, I have not watched any other video talking about this Stride deck set except like Robbie Cole and Kai. But like outside of, I have not watched Insider, so I don't know if he's even said anything about discussing this. I know he's got a lot to say. He's probably gonna make a second video off of this before it gets revealed, or probably afterwards. But you know, we're gonna talk about this, and that this makes me think that there's going to be something related to Strides. And this is my theory, and you know, I've been told like, hey, this might be pure copium. But if it is, this might be the best idea Bushiroad has done in a hot minute, which is, I fully think that what this could be, besides the second thing, which the first thing is like it's just a Gear Chronicle like encounter, like trial deck, like a more expanded trial deck, or the other like questionable option, which is, oh, this might be similar to this might be like them bringing Strides to standard. I don't believe that. That's not pretty much going to happen. That'd just be wild. What my thought process here is, I think what this is effectively just a new legend deck. And if you don't know what a legend deck is back in G, they would give like an old character like a retrains of a lot of their familiar cards. Like Ren, they had Bastard Dark Diablo, that's where Diablo came from. Dragon Gorlord the Legend were Kai, and then Blaster Blade, was it, I forgot what the Blaster Blade name was, but it was a grade 3 Blaster Blade that also like had new stride rules. So all those things were, they had brand new retrains, they had new cards, they also came with strides that were pretty strong, were pretty good for the time, right? So, you know, and then you also had like support coming in future sets that would also look to buff those. So what my thing is, I'm fully believing that we haven't had one of those in a while. So this is what my thought process is. If I'm going with the idea that Kidane wants to have a way for people to get into Vanguard, what other way to also help people get into Vanguard by not just releasing a D version of one of the most popular units in the game, but also probably making a retrain or reprint half thing for some older strides, like a Chrono Dragon Next Stage or something along those lines. Why I think this? Because first off, if it was just a D trial deck, there's no way they would add Stride deck set to it. Secondly, Gear Chronicle literally was the entire introduction into Stride. Why would you not introduce overdressed players into trialing Premium? I mean, put 1 and 2, put 2 and 2 together. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Granted, I also thought of this like at like a last second, but it's whatever. So under that notion, if that really is the case, and it's more like a encounter deck for D, which you can play in D perfectly fine, you're cool. But it also comes with premium legal only strides. meaning that you can also take this deck, put a G zone on it, and play some premium with your friends, right? You get to play 2 formats with this whole thing. If that's the case, that's outstanding. In fact, in anything, that's probably the best idea they would have, if true. If true, that's probably the best idea they've had with trying to like bring more people into the game. Because if you can bring more people into premium as well from D, that also means the increased longevity of the game. You know, new players get into 2 formats at the same time. That means they have an easier way to get in. That'd be dope. Which means like that also now opens the door for other like encounter like deck sets, right? Say there's a Chronojet. There might be if this goes well, there might be an Asha, there might be an Altmile, there might be a Gavrail, a Vanquisher, you know, all these like G era bosses that could get an encounter in D, but you make it so that those like old cards also get some reprints as well. If that's the case, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic for the game. You know, just a certain like idea that would just work perfectly. Will it happen? I don't know. We have to wait till next Tuesday to finally figure out what it is. They just really gave us a picture and then dipped. And then everybody went crazy like, oh my god! But, you know, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much to say. Just kind of want to talk about it, my thoughts on it. Which, you know, as a gear main, you're kind of obligated to do. But that's pretty much it for today. Like, first off, I want to say, like, thank you for the, support on that Battle Spirits video. That was on a news video. I think that was probably one of the best, like, just off the cuff videos I've done, including this one, because I don't think I started off great with that whole rant. But regardless, you know, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. On that note, pretty much when this video goes up, probably like a couple hours from there, I'm going to be streaming. The Twitch is like down in the description. You know, come and hang out. We're probably gonna play we're probably gonna check out that Master Duel update. Might consider playing Ava 2, aka Kyoka. And then, you know, on CFA, and then probably just come out and hang and chill. If you want to come, you can come. Otherwise, if you're through this video, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.